read in this letter that Don Pedro of Aragon has come this night to Messina.
Oh, he is very nearby this. He was not 3 weeks off when I left him.
How many gentlemen were lost in this action?
But few of any sort, none of name.
Ah, victory is twice as so, when the achiever brings home full numbers. I find here that Don Pedro has given much honor to a young Florentine outlaw.
He hath borne himself beyond the promise of his age, doing, in the figure of a lamb, the feats of a lion.
Is Signor Montanta returned from the wars or no?
I know none of that name, lady.
My cousin means Signor Benedick of Padua.
I pray you, how many have he killed and eaten in these wars? For indeed I promise to eat all of his killing.
Faith, niece, you tax Signor Benedick too much.
He hath done a good service, lady.
You had musty victual and he hath have to eat it. He is a very valiant trencherman. He hath an excellent stomach.
And a good soldier too, lady.
And a good soldier to a lady. But what is he to a lord?
A lord to a lord, man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues.
Huh. It is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man.
You must not, sir, mistake my niece. For there's kind of a merry war betwixt Signor Benedick and her. They never meet, but there's a skirmish of wit between them.
Who is his companion now? He hath every month a new sworn brother.
He's most in the company of the right, noble Claudio.
Oh, Lord! He will hang upon him like a disease. He is sooner caught in the pestilence and the tailor runs presently mad. God help the noble Claudio. If he had caught the Benedict, it'll cost him £1,000 there to be cured.
I'm old friends with you, lady.
Oh, do good friend.
You will never run mad, niece.
No. What's all that January?
Don Pedro's approached.
Good Signor Leonato, you are come to meet your trouble. The fashion of the world is to avoid costs, and you encounter it.
Never comes trouble into this house in the likeness of your grace.
You embrace your charge too willingly. I think this is your daughter?
Her mother hath many times told me so.
Were you in doubt, sir, that you asked her?
Signor Benedick, no.
Truly, the lady fathers herself. Be happy, lady, for you are like an honorable father.
If Signor Leonato be her father, she would not have his head on her shoulders. For all Messina is like him as she is.
I wonder that you will still be talking, Signor Benedict. Nobody marks you.
What? My dear Lady Disdain? Are you yet living?
Is it possible Disdain should die while she has such meat food to feed it as Signor Benedict? Courtesy itself must convert to disdain when you come in her presence.
It is courtesy a turncoat, but it is certain I am loved of all ladies, only you excepted, and I would I could find in my heart that I had not a hard heart, for truly I love none.
A dear happiness to women, or else they'd be troubled with a pernicious suitor. I thank God and my cold blood. I'm of your humor for that. I would rather hear my dog bark at a crow than a man swear he loves me.
God, keep your ladyship still in that mind, so some gentleman or other shall scape a predestinate scratched face.
Scratching could not make it worse, and 'twas such a face as yours were.
Well, you are a rare parrot teacher.
Bird of my tongue is better than a beast of yours.
I would my horse have the speed of your tongue, but keep your way. In God's name I have done.
You always end with a jade's trick. No, you of old.
Signor Claudio and Signor Benedick, my dear friend Leonato hath invited you all. I tell him we shall stay here at least a month.
I bid you welcome, my lord. Being reconciled with the prince your brother, I owe you all duty.
I thank you. I am not of many words, but I thank you.
Please hit your grace lead on.
Your hand, Leonato, we will go together.
Benedick, didst thou note the daughter of Signor Leonato?
I noted her not, but I looked on her.
Is she not a modest young lady?
Do you question me, as an honest man should do, for my simple, true judgment? Or would you have me speak after my custom as being a professed tyrant to their sex?
No, I pray thee, speak in sober judgment.
Why, faith, methinks she's too short for a tall praise, too brown for a fair praise, and too little for a great praise. Only this commendation I can afford her, that were she other than she is, she were unhandsome. and being no other but as she is, I do not like her.
Thou thinkest I am in jest. I pray thee, tell me truly how thou likest her.
Would you buy her that you inquire after her?
Can the world buy such a jewel?
Yea, and a case to put it into. But speak you this with a sad brow.
In mine eye she is the prettiest lady that ever I looked on.
I can see yet without spectacles, and I see no such matter. But you have no intent to turn husband, have you?
I would scarce trust myself, though I have sworn the contrary, if Hero would be my wife.
It's come to this. It's come to this. Shall I ne'er see a bachelor of 80 again?
What secret hath held you here that you followed not to Leonato's?
Count Claudio is in love.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. With who? With Hero, Leonato's short daughter.
Well, amen if you love her, for the lady is very well worthy.
Thou speakest this to fetch me in, my lord.
Oh, by my troth, I speak my thought.
And in faith, my lord, I spoke mine.
And by my 2 faiths and troths, my lord, I spoke mine.
That I love her, I feel.
That she is worthy, I know.
That I neither feel how she should be loved, nor know how she should be worthy, is the opinion that fire cannot melt out of me. I will die in it at the stake.
Thou wast ever an obstinate heretic in the despite of beauty.
That a woman conceived me, I thank her. That she brought me up, I likewise give her most humble thanks, but that I will hang my bugle in an invisible baldric, all women shall pardon me. I will live a bachelor.
I shall see thee ere I die look pale with love.
With hunger, with anger, or with sickness, my lord, not with love.
Well, as time shall try, in time the savage bull doth bear the yoke.
The savage bull may, but if ever the sensible Benedick bear it, pluck off the bull's horns and set them in my forehead. And let me be vilely painted, and in such great letters as they write, here is good horse to hire. Let them signify under my sign, here may you see Benedick, the married man.
If this should happen, thou would be horn mad.
Nay, if Cupid did not spend all his quiver in Venice, thou shalt quake for this shortly. Oh, good Signor Benedick, repair to Leonato's, commend me to him, and tell him I shall not fail him at supper, for indeed he hath made great preparation.
Nay, mock not. Examine your conscience. And so I leave you.
Hath Leonato any son, my lord?
Well, no child but Hero, she's his only heir. Dost thou affect her, Claudio?
Oh, my lord, when you went onward on this ended action, I looked upon her with a soldier's eye, that liked, but had a rougher task at hand than to drive likings in the name of love. But now I'm returned, and that war thoughts have left their places vacant. In their rooms come thronging soft and delicate desires, all prompting me how fair young Hero is, saying I liked her ere I went to wars.
Oh, thou wilt be like a lover presently, and tire the hero with a book of words. If thou dost love fair Hero, cherish it. I will break with her, and with her father, and thou shalt have her.
Oh, how sweetly you do minister to love.
I know we shall have reveling tonight. I will assume thy part in some disguise, and tell fair Hero I am Claudio. And in her bosom I'll unclasp my heart, and take her herein prisoner with the force and strong encounter of my amorous tale. After, to her father will I break, and the conclusion is she shall be thine. In practice, let us put it presently.
What the good year, my lord? Why are you thus out of measure sad?
There is no measuring the occasion that breeds. Therefore the sadness is without limits.
You should hear reason.
When I have heard it, what blessing brings it? I cannot hide what I am. I must be sad when I have cause, and smile at no man's jest. Eat when I have stomach, and wait for no man's leisure. Laugh when I am merry, and claw no man in his humor.
Yea, but you must not make the full show of this, so you may do so without controlment. You have of late stood out against your brother, and he hath taken you into his grace, where it is impossible You should take sure to provide the fair weather that you make yourself.
I'd rather be a canker in a hedge than a rose in his grace. And this, though it may not be said that I am a flattering, honest man, it must not be denied, but I am a plain dealing villain. If I had my mouth, I would bite. If I had my liberty, I would do my liking. In the meantime, let me be that I am. Seek not to alter me. What news, Borachio?
I came yonder from a great supper. The prince, your brother, is royally entertained by Leonato, and I can give you intelligence of an intended marriage.
Will it serve any model to build mischief on?
Very. It is your brother's right hand.
The most exquisite Claudio?
Even he.
Well, how came you by this?
I was smoking a musty groom, and it comes at me hand in hand, the prince and Claudio in sad conference. I went myself behind their arras and heard it agreed upon that the prince should woo Hero for himself, and once having obtained her, give her to Count Claudio.
Come, let us thither. This may prove food to my displeasure. That young upstart hath all the glory of my overthrow. If I cross him in any way, I bless myself in every way. You are both sure and will assist me?
To the death, my lord.
Sjoberg, what's to be done?
We'll wait upon your lordship.
Was Count John not here at supper?
I saw him not. How tartly that gentleman looks. I never can see him, but I am heartburned for an hour after.
He is of a very melancholy disposition.
He were an excellent gentleman that were made just in the midway between him and Benedick. The one is too like a picture and says nothing, and the other two is like my lady's eldest son, evermore tattled.
Well, then half Count John's then half Count Sir Benedick's tongue in Count John's mouth, and half Count John's melancholy on Senior Benedick's face.
With a good leg and foot, uncle, and money enough in his purse, such a man could win any woman in the world if he could get her goodwill.
Oh, by my troth, niece, thou wilt never get thee a husband if thou be so shrewd of thy tongue.
Oh, Lord, what would I do with a husband with a beard on his face? I had rather lie in the woolen.
You can light on a husband that hath no beard.
And then what would I do with him? Dress him in my apparel and make him my waiting gentlewoman? He that hath a beard is more than a youth, and he that hath no beard is less than a man, and he that is more than a youth is not for me, and he that is less than a man, I am not for him.
Well, then go ye into hell.
No! But to the gate, where the devil will greet me and say, get you to heaven, Beatrice, get you to heaven. Here's no place for you, maids. Away to St. Peter for the heaven, where he shows me where the bachelors sit, and there live we as merry as the day is long.
Well, niece, I trust you will be ruled by your father.
Yes, Faith, it is my cousin's duty to make curtsy and say, Father, as it please you. For all of that, cousin, let him be a handsome fellow, or else make another curtsy and say, Father, as it please me.
Well, niece, I hope to see you one day fitted with a husband.
No, not till God makes men of some other metal than earth.
Doctor, remember what I told you. If the prince do solicit you in this kind, you know your answer. Causing you apprehend passing freely.
I have a good eye, Uncle. Oh, I can see a church by daylight.
The rivers are entering.
Will you walk about with your friend?
Well, I would. You did like me.
So would not I, for your own sake, for I have many ill qualities.
Oh, which is one?
I say my prayers aloud.
What good? What good? What good? What good? What good?
I know you well enough. You are Senora Antonia. At a word, I am not. I know you by the wagging of your head. To tell you true, I counterfeit her. Come, do you think I would not recognize you by your excellent wit? Can virtue hide itself? Go to mum, you are she. Graces will appear, and there is an end.
Will you not tell me who told you so?
Nope, you shall pardon me.
Nor will you not tell me who you are?
Not now.
That I was disdainful, and that I had my good wit out of the 100 merry tales? What? This was Signor Benedick that said so.
What? He?
Oh, I'm sure you know him well enough.
Not up, believe me.
Did he never make you laugh?
I pray you, what is he?
Why, he is the prince's jester. A very dull fool. Only his gift is in devising impossible slanders. None but libertines delight in him, for he both pleases men and anchors them, and then they laugh at him and beat him.
When I know the gentleman, I'll tell him what you say.
Do.
That's Claudio. I know my friends.
Are not you Signor Benedick?
You know me well. I am he.
Signor, you are very near my brother in his love. He is enamored on her. I pray you, dissuade him from her. She is no equal for his birth.
How know you he loves her?
I heard him swear his affection.
So did I too. You swore you'd marry her tonight.
Come, let us to the banquet.
Thus answer I in the name of Benedick. Yet hear these ill news with the ears of Claudio. 'Tis certain so. The prince woos for himself. Friendship is constant with all other things, save for the office and affairs of love. This is an accident of hourly proof which I mistrusted not. Farewell, therefore, hero.
Now, Count Claudio!
Yea, the same.
Come, will you go with me?
Whither?
Even to the next willow, for the prince hath got your hero.
I wish him joy of her.
But did you think the prince would have served you thus?
I pray you, leave me.
Alas, poor hurt fowl! But that my lady Beatrice should know me and not know me. The prince's fool, huh? It may be I go under that title because I am married. No. It is the base, though bitter disposition of Beatrice that puts the world into her person and so gives me out. Well, I'll be revenged as I may.
Good Signor, where's the Count? Have you seen him?
In troth, my lord, I found him here as melancholy as a lodge in a warren. I told him, and I think I told him true, that your grace had got the goodwill of this young lady.
What's his fault?
The flat transgression of a schoolboy who, being overjoyed with finding a bird's nest, shows it his companion, and he steals it.
I will but teach the birds to sing and restore them to the owner.
Ugh.
Lady Beatrice hath a quarrel with you. The gentleman she danced with said she is much wronged by you.
Oh. She misused me, past the endurance of a block. She told me, not thinking I had been myself, that I was the prince's jester, that I was duller than a great thaw, huddling jest upon jest with such impossible conveyance upon me, that I stood like a man at a mark with a whole army shooting at me. She speaks poniards, and every word stabs. If her breath were as terrible as her terminations, there would be no living near her. She would infect to the North Star. So indeed all disquiet, horror, and perturbation follows her.
Here she comes!
Would your grace command me any service to the world's end? I will go on the slightest service to the Antipodes that you can devise to send me on. I will fetch you a hair off the great Cham's beard, do you any embassage to the Pygmies, rather than hold 3 words conference with this harpy. You have no employment for me.
None but to desire your good company.
Oh God, sir, here's a dish I love not. I cannot endure my lady tongue.
Come, lady, come. You've lost the heart of Signor Benedick.
Indeed. He lent it me a while, and I gave him use for it. A double heart for his single one, married once before he wanted of me with false dice. Therefore, your grace may well say I have lost it.
So you put him down, lady. You put him down.
So I would not he should do me, my lord, lest I should be the mother of fools. I have brought you Count Claudio, whom you send me to see.
Well, how now, Count? Wherefore are you sad?
Not sad, my lord.
How then? Sick?
Neither, my lord.
No, the Count is neither sad, nor sick, nor merry, nor well, but civil, Count, civil as an orange, and something of that jealous complexion.
Your faith, lady, I think your blazon to be true, though I'll be sworn, if he be so, his conceit is false. Here, Claudio, I have wooed in thy name, and fair hero is won. I have broke with her father, and his goodwill obtained. Name the day of marriage, and God give thee joy.
Count, take me and my daughter, and with her my fortunes. His grace hath made the match, and grace say amen to it.
Hey! Speak, Count, is your cue.
Silence is the perfectest herald of joy. I were but little happy if I could say how much. Lady, as you are mine, I am yours.
Speak, cousin. If you cannot stop his mouth with a kiss, and let him not speak neither.
In faith, lady, you have a merry heart.
Oh, yea, my lord, I thank it. It stays on the windy side of care. Oh, how sweet they are. Good Lord, for alliance. Thus goes everyone in the world but I, and I am the summer. I may sit in a corner and cry, hey ho, for a husband.
Lady Beatrice, we'll find you one.
I would rather have one of your fathers getting. Has your grace near a brother like you? Your father got excellent husbands, if a maid could come by them.
Would you have me, lady?
No, my lord. Lest I might have another for working days. Your grace is too costly for everyday wear. But I beseech you, forgive me. I was born to speak all mirth and no matter.
Your silence most offends me, and to be merry most becomes you. For out of all question, you were born in a merry hour.
Oh no, Lord. My mother cried. But then there was a star that danced, and under that I was born. Cousins, God give you joy.
By my troth, a pleasant-spirited lady.
There's little of the melancholy element in her, my lord. She is never sad, but when she sleeps, she's not sad then. My daughter tells me that she often dreams of unhappiness and wakes herself with laughing.
She cannot endure to hear tell of a husband.
By no means, she will mock all her wooers out of suit.
She were an excellent wife for Benedick.
Oh, Lord, my lord, they would but a week be married, and they would talk themselves mad.
Count Claudio, when mean you to go to church?
Tomorrow, my lord. Time go on crunches till love have all his rights.
Not till Monday, my dear son, which is half just 7 night. A time too brief to have all things answer my mind.
Oh, the time I'll warrant will not go dully by us. In the interim, I will undertake one of Hercules' labors, which is to join Lady Beatrice and Signor Benedick in a mountain of affection, the one with the other. I would fain have the match, and doubt not but to fashion it if you three will but administer such assistance as I shall give thee direction.
My lord, I'm with you, though it cost me 10 nights' lodgings.
As my lord.
And you, gentle hero?
I will do anything to help my cousin to a good husband.
Benedick is not the unhopefulest husband that I know. Thus far can I praise him. He is of a noble strain, of confirmed valor and approved honesty. If we can do this, Cupid is no longer an archer. His glory will be ours, for we are the only true love gods. Go in with me now, and I will tell you of my drift.
It is true. The Count Claudio shall marry the daughter of Leonato.
Yea, my lord, but I can cross it.
Any bar, any cross, any impediment would be medicinal to me. I am so sick in displeasure to him, and whatsoever comes athwart his affection ranges evenly with mine. how canst thou cross this marriage?
Not honestly, my lord. But so covertly that no dishonesty shall appear in me.
Show me briefly how.
I think I told your lordship a year since how I'm in favor of Margaret, the Lady Hero's gentlewoman.
I remember.
I could, at any unseasonable instance of the night, appoint her to look out at her lady's chamber window.
Well, what life is in that? To be the death of this marriage.
The poison of that lies to you, the temper.
I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he had laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. Such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him but the drum and the fife, and now had he rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I know when he would have walked 10 miles afoot to see a good armor, and now would he lie 10 nights awake carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose like an honest man and a soldier, and now is he turned orthography, every word a fantastical banquet, so many strange dishes. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I'll not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster, but I'll take my oath on it. Till he hath made an oyster of me, he will never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come into my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise, or I'll none. Virtuous, or I'll never cheapen her. Fair, or I'll never look on her. Mild, or come not near me. Noble, or not I for an angel. Of excellent discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be. Of what color please God? Ah, the prince and Monsieur Love, I will hide me.
See you where Benedick hath hid himself.
Fit the kid fox and Pennyworth.
Young Leonato, we'll hear that song again.
Now divine air, now is his soul ravished. Is it not strange that sheep's guts should hail souls out of men's bodies?
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more. Men were deceivers ever, one foot in sea, and one on shore, to one thing, constant never, then sigh not so, but let them go, and be of life and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey, nani, nani.
By my troth, a good song.
And an ill singer, my lord.
No, thou singest well enough.
And he had been a dog that should have howled thus, they would have hanged him.
Come hither, Leonato. What was it you told me of today? That Lady Beatrice was in love with Signor Benedick?
I did never think that lady would have loved any man.
Nor I either, my lord. But oh, most wonderful that she should so dote on Signor Benedick, whom all her outward behaviors seem ever to abhor.
Is possible?
I would not think of it, my lord. but she loves him with an enraged affection. It passes the infinite of thought.
Well, maybe she doth but counterfeit.
Faith like enough.
Oh God, counterfeit! There was never counterfeit of passion, near the light of passion as she discovers it.
Why? What effects of passion shows she?
Bait the hook well, this fish will bite.
What effects, my lord? You heard my daughter tell you how?
She did indeed.
How? How, I pray you? You amaze me.
I would have sworn it had, my lord, especially against Benedick.
I should think this were a trick, but that the grey-bigged fellow speaks it. Never be sure cannot hide himself in such reverence.
Has she made her affections known to Signor Benedick?
No, and she swore she never will, but that's her torment. She will be up 20 times a night, and there she will sit in her spot until she ripped a sheet of paper, my doctor tells us all, and when she had ripped it and was reading it over, she found Benedick and Beatrice between the sheets. That! Oh, she tore the letter into 1,000 halfpence, and she railed at herself that she would be so immodest as to write to one who would flout her.
Then down upon her knees she falls, weeps, sobs, beats her heart, tears her hair, prays, curses. Oh, sweet Benedick, God give me patience.
It is not so, my doctor tells me, and my doctor is often afeared that she would do a desperate outrage to herself. It is very true.
We're good that Benedick knew of it.
To what end? He would make but a sport of it and torment the poor lady worse.
Oh, she is an excellent sweet lady, and out of all question she is virtuous.
And she is exceeding wise.
In everything but in loving Benedick.
Oh, I'm sorry for her.
Oh, I pray you, tell Benedick of it, and hear what it will say.
Were good thinking?
Hero thinks surely she will die, for she says she will die if you love her not, and she will die ere she make her love known, and she will die if you will her.
Should she make tender of her love, 'tis very possible he'll scorn it, for the man, as you know all, hath a contemptible spirit. Well, I am very sorry for your niece. Shall we seek out Benedick and tell him of her love?
Never tell him, my lord. Let her wear it out with good counsel.
Nay, that's impossible. She may wear her heart out first.
Oh, I love Benedick well, and could wish he would modestly examine himself, and see how unworthy he is so good a lady.
My lord, will you walk? Dinner is ready.
Let the same net be spread for her. That must your daughter and her gentlewomen carry. Let us send her to invite him in to dinner.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of it from Hero. Love me. Why? It must be requited. I hear how I'm censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, she would rather die than give any sign of affection. I could never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear their detractions and can put them to mending. They say the lady is virtuous, 'tis so, I can bear the witness. And virtuous and fair, 'tis so, I cannot reprove it, and wise. But for loving me, my troth is no great addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may, by chance, have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken upon me because I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth he cannot endure in his age. Shall quips and sentences and paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No! The world must be peopled! When I said I would die a bachelor, I did not think I should live till I were married. Here comes Beatrice. By this day she's a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love on her. Fair Beatrice, I thank you for your pains.
I take no more pains for those things than you take pains to thank me. If it had been painful, I would not have come.
You take pleasure then in the message?
Yea, just as much as you would upon a knife's point. You have no stomach, senor. Very well.
Against my will, I am sent to bid thee come into dinner. There's a double meaning in that.
Oh, good Margaret, run with thee to the parlor. There shalt thou find my cousin Beatrice, proposing with the prince and Claudio. Oh, whisper in her ear and tell her that I and Ursula walk in the orchard, and our whole discourse is all of her. Say that thou overheardst us, and bid her steal into the pleached bower. There will she hide to listen our purpose. This is thy office. Fare thee well. I'll make her come, I warrant you, presently. Now, Ursula, when Beatrice doth come as we do trace this alley up and down, our talk must only be of Benedick. Look, Beatrice comes like a laughing deer, our conference. Then go we near her, that her ear lose nothing of the false sweet fate that we lay for it. Oh, no, truly, Ursula, she's too disdainful.
But are you sure that Benedick loved Beatrice so entirely?
Oh, so says the prince, and my betrothed lord.
And did he bid you tell her of it, madam?
Oh, they did entreat me to acquaint her of it, but I persuaded them that if they loved Benedick, to let him wrestle with affection and never to let Beatrice know of it.
Why did you so? Doth not the gentleman deserve as full, as fortunate a bed as ever Beatrice shall count upon?
Oh, God of love! I know he doth deserve as much as may be yielded to a man, but nature never framed a woman's heart of prouder stuff than that of Beatrice. Disdain and scorn right sparkling in her eyes, misprizing what they look upon. And her wit, values itself so highly that all but else seems weak. She cannot love, she is so self-endeared.
Sure, and therefore certainly it were not good she knew of his love, lest she make sport at it.
Oh, why you speak truth. I never yet saw a man. How wise, how noble, how rarely featured that she would spell him backward if fair face, though she turns every man the wrong side out.
Sure. Yet tell her of it. See what she will say.
No, rather I will go to Benedick.
Oh, do not do your cousin such a wrong. She cannot be so much without having true judgment, having so swift and excellent a wit as she is prized to have, as to refuse so rare a gentleman as Signor Benedick.
He is the only man of Italy, always excepted my dear Claudio.
When are you married, madam?
Oh, why every day? Tomorrow?
She's lying, I warrant you. We've got her, madam.
If it proves so, then loving goes by halves. So Cupid kills her down, so with traps.
Fire is in mine ears. Okay. Can this be true? Stand I condemned for pride and scorn so much? Contempt, farewell! And maiden pride, ado, no glory lives behind the back of such. And Benedick, love on, for I will requite thee, taming my wild heart to thy loving hand, if thou dost love. Oh, my kindness shall incite thee to bind thy love up with a holy band. Rather say thou dost deserve. And I do believe it better than recordingly.
And you but stay till your marriage be consummate, then go I toward Aragon.
I'll bring you thither, my lord, if you'll vouchsafe me.
Oh, nay, that would be as great a stain on the new gloss of your marriage as to show a child his new coat, then forbid him to wear it.
Gallants, I am not as I have been.
So say I, methinks you are sadder.
Well, everyone can master a grief but he that has it.
Yet say I, he is in love.
He rubs himself with civet. Did you smell him out by that?
That's as much as to say as the sweet youth's in love.
And the strongest note of it is his melancholy.
And what was he wont to wash his face?
Oh, indeed, that tells a heavy tale for him. Conclude, he is in love.
Nay, yet I know who loves him.
Ooh, I'll know that too, I'll warrant. One that knows him not.
Old senor, walk aside with me, I pray you. I have studied 8 or 9 wise words that I would speak to you, that these hobby horses must not hear.
Oh, for my life to break with him about Lady Beatrice.
'Tis even so. Hero and Margaret have by this played their parts with Beatrice, so that the two bears will not fight one another when they meet.
My lord and brother, God save you.
Good day, brother.
If your leisure served, I would speak with you.
Privately?
If you wish, though Count Claudio may hear, for what I would speak of concerns him.
What's the matter?
You may think I love you not. Let that appear hereafter, and aim better at me, by that I now will manifest. Means your lordship to be married tomorrow?
You know he does.
I know not that when he knows what I know.
Why? What's the matter?
The lady is disloyal.
Who, Hero?
Even she. Your hero. Leonato's hero. Every man's hero.
Disloyal.
The word is too good to paint out her wickedness. I could say she were worse. Think you of a worse title, I will fit her to it. Wonder not till further warrants. Go but with me tonight. You shall see her chamber window entered, even the night before her wedding day. If you love her then, tomorrow wed her, but it would better fit your honor to change your mind.
Can this be so?
I will not think it.
If you will go with me, I will show you enough.
If I see anything tonight why I should not marry her tomorrow in the congregation where I should wed, there will I shame her.
As I wooed with thee to obtain her, so shall I join with thee to disgrace her.
I will disparage her no farther till you are my witnesses. Bear it coldly but till midnight, and let the issue show itself.
Oh, we must.
You.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh. Hero!
Oh God.
Oh, Hero!
Oh God.
Hero!
Oh God.
Oh, Hero!
Claudio.
Oh, Hero!
Oh God.
Oh, Hero!
Oh God.
Oh, Hero! Oh, Hero! Oh, Hero! Oh.
Are you good men and true?
Yay!
Being chosen for the prince's watch, this is your charge. You are to comprehend all beggar men. You are to bid any man stand in the prince's name.
However will not stand.
Why then, take no note of him, but let him go.
If he will not stand when he is bidden, then he is none of the prince's subjects.
make no noise in the street, for the watch to babble and to talk is most tolerable and not to be endured.
We would rather sleep than talk. We know what belongs to a watch.
Why, you sound like a most ancient and quiet watchman, for I do not see how sleeping should have been. Only take care that your bills be not stolen. Well, you are to call at all the alehouses and bid them that are drunk get them to bed.
How if they will not?
Why then, leave them until they are sober. If you meet a thief, you may suspect him by virtue of your office to be no true man. But for such type of men, the less you make your meddle with them, why the more is for your honesty.
If we know him to be a thief, shall we not lay hands on him?
Truly, by your position you may, but I think they that touch pitch will be defiled. The most peaceable course of action, if you do take a thief, is to let him show himself.
You have always been called a merciful man, partner. 'Tis very true.
If you hear a child cry in the night, you are to call to the nurse and bid her still it.
How if the nurse be asleep and will not hear us?
Why then, depart in peace and let the child wake her with crying. Well, masters, good night. And if any matter of weight chances, call up me. Keep your fellows' counsel and your own. A good night.
Come, masters, we hear our charge. Let us go sit there upon the church bench till 2, and then all to bed.
Come, neighbor.
Oh.
What? Word more, honest neighbors. I bid you keep watch about Senior Leonato's door, for there being the wedding tomorrow, there is a great coil tonight. Adieu. Be vigilant, I beseech you.
What? Conrade? Conrade, I say!
Here, man, I am at thy elbow.
Ah, master, my elbow itched. I thought it was follow.
Oh, I will owe thee an answer for that. Now forward with thy tale.
Ah, stand thee close.
Stay close, masters, some treason is afoot.
I have tonight wooed Margaret, the lady hero's gentlewoman, by the name of Hero. She sticks me out her mistress's chamber window. Oh God! Oh God! And bids me 1,000 times good night. I should first tell thee how the prince Claudio and my master, poised, placed, and possessed by my master Don John, saw this amiable encounter.
Oh, and thought they Margaret was hero.
2 of them did. The prince and Claudio. Away went Claudio in rage.
We charge you in the prince's name, stand!
Call up the right master constable. We have here recovered the most dangerous piece of lechery that was ever known in the Commonwealth.
Oh, masters, never speak. We charge you. Let us come with it. We charge you to come with us. Go.
Come, we'll obey you.
Oh, good Ursula, wake my cousin Beatrice and desire her to rise.
I will, lady.
Troth, I think your other ribato were better. Oh no, pray thee, good knight, I'll wear this. Why, my throat is not so good. I warrant your cousin will say so. My cousin's a fool, and thou art another. I'll wear none but this. Why, my throat is but a nightgown. Cloth of gold, laced with silver, set with pearls. God give me joy to wear it. My heart is exceeding heavy. Oh, it will be heavier soon by the weight of a man. Fie upon me! Art thou not ashamed? Of what, lady? I'll offend nobody. Is there any harm in the heavier for a husband? None, I think. And it be the right husband and the right wife. Otherwise it is light and not heavy. Ask my lady Beatrice else. Here she comes. Good morrow, coz.
Good morrow, sweet hero.
Oh, why how now? Do you speak in the sick tune?
I am out of all other tune, methinks. This is almost 5 o'clock, cousin. It is time you were ready. By my troth, I am exceedingly ill.
For a hawk, a horse, or a husband.
For the letter that begins them all. H.
These gloves that Count sent me, they are an excellent perfume.
I am stuffed, cousin. I cannot smell.
What? A maid? And stuff? There's goodly catching cold.
Oh, God help me.
Doth not my wit to become mute rarely.
It is not seen enough. You should wear it in your cap. By my troth, I am sick.
Oh, and get you some of this distilled Hardus, Benedictus, and lay it to your heart. It is the only thing for a qualm.
What pace is this that thy tongue keeps?
Not the false gallop.
Madam, withdraw. The priest, the count, singer, Benedick, Don John, and all of the gallants are here to fetch you to church.
Help me to dress good cuz, good Meg, and Ursula.
What would you with me, honest neighbor?
Marry, sir, I would have some confidence with you that discerns you nearly.
Brief, I pray you, for you see it is a busy time with me.
Marry, sir, our watch tonight, accepting your worship's presence, has taken a couple of as errant knaves as any in Messina.
A good old man. He will be talking. As they say, when the age is in, the wit is out. Well said, faith, neighbor Verges. Well, God's a good man, and 2 men ride of a horse, one must ride behind. All men are not alike. Alas, good neighbor.
Indeed, neighbor, he comes too short of you.
Gifts that God gives.
I must leave you.
One word more, sir. Our watch has indeed comprehended 2 auspicious persons, and we would have them this morning examined before your worship.
Well, take their examination yourself and bring it me. Now I am in great haste, as it may appear unto you.
It shall be sufficient.
Well, drink some wine ere you go. Fare you well.
My lord, they stay for you to give your daughter to her husband.
I will wait upon them. I am ready.
Go, good neighbor, go. Get you to Francis Seacole. Have him bring his pen and inkward to the jail. We are to examination these men.
And we must do it wisely.
We will spare for no wit.
No, to be married to her, Friar. You come to marry her.
Lady, you come hither to be married to this count?
I do.
If either of you know any inward impediment on why you should not be conjoined, charge you on your souls to utter it.
Know you any hero?
None, my lord.
Know you any count?
I dare make his answer none.
Stand me by, Friar. Father, by your leave, will you with free and unconstrained soul give me this maid, your daughter?
As freely, son, as God did give her me.
And what have I to give you back, whose worth may counterpoise this rich and precious gift?
Nothing, unless you render her again.
Sweet prince, you learned me noble thankfulness. There, Leonato, take her back again. Give not this rotten orange to your friend. She is but the sign and semblance of her honor. Behold, how like a maid she blushes here. Would you not swear, all you that see her, that she were a maid, by these exterior shows? But she is not! She knows the heat of a luxurious bed. Her blush is guiltiness, not modesty.
What do you mean, my lord?
Not to be married, not to knit my soul to an approved wanton.
Dear my lord, if you in your own proof have vanquished the resistance of her youth and made defeat of her virginity.
No, Leonato, I never tempted her with word too large, but as a brother to a sister showed bashful sincerity and comely love.
And seemed I otherwise to you?
Out on thee, seeming! You seem to be as Dian in her orb, as chaste as is the bud ere it be blown. But you are more intemperate in your blood than Venus, who is bent by a new rage and savage sensuality.
Is my lord well that he doth speak so wise?
Sweet prince, why speak not you?
What shall I say? I stand dishonored to have gone about to join my dear friend to a common stale.
What man was who talked with you yesternight out at your window betwixt 12 and 1?
I talked with no man at that hour, my lord.
Well, then are you no maid? I am sorry you must hear, but myself, my brother, and this grieved count did see her, hear her at that hour last night.
Bye, my lord. They are not to be named, not to be spoke of.
Talk with the ruffian at her chamber window.
Hath no man's dagger here a point for me?
Oh no, cousin Bobo, stick you down.
Come, let us go. These things come thus to light smother her spirits up.
How doth the lady?
Dad, I think help, Uncle!
Oh, fate! Take not away thy heavy hand. Death is the fairest cover for her shame that may be wished for.
Hero!
Have comfort, lady.
Doth thou look up?
Yea, wherefore should she not?
Wherefore, why does not every earthly thing cry shame upon her? Do not live, hero. Do not ope thine eyes. Why would I think thou shalt quickly die? Myself I would strike at thy life.
No.
Why I had one. Wow, was thou ever so lovely in my eyes? Oh, she has fallen into a pit of ink that the widest sea hath brought to view to watch her cleanness.
Sir, be patient. For my part, I am so attired and wonder I know not what to say.
On my soul, my cousin is belied.
Lady, were you her bedfellow last night?
No, truly not. Although until last night I have this 12-month been her bedfellow.
Confirmed. Would the two princes lie? Would Claudio lie? Hence from her let her die!
Hear me a little, lady. What man is he you are accused of?
They that know to accuse me, I know not.
There's some strange misprisons in the princes.
Two of them have the very bent of honor, and if their wisdoms be misled in this, the practice of it lives in John, the bastard, whose spirits toil in frame of villainies.
If they but speak truth of her, these hands will tear her! But if they dishonor her, the proudest of them will well hear of it. For time is not yet tried this blood of mine, nor age so eat of my invention.
Pause a while, and let my counsel sway you in this case. Your daughter here, the princes have left for dead. Let her a while secretly be kept in, and publish it that she is dead indeed.
What will this accomplish? What will this do?
Mary, this, well carried, shall, on her behalf, change slander to remorse. She dying, and it must so be maintained upon the instant that she was accused, shall be lamented, pitied, and excused of every hearer. Then it will fare for Claudio. When he hears she died upon his words, the idea of her life shall sweetly creep into his study of imagination. Then will he mourn, and wish he had not so accused her.
Signor Leonato, let the friar advise you.
Being that I flow in grief, the smallest twine may lead me.
'Tis well consented. Come, lady, die to live. This wedding day perhaps is prolonged. Have patience and endure.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I will not desire that.
You have no reason of doing freely.
Surely, I do believe your fair cousin is wrong.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
Very even way to know such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but not yours.
I do love nothing in the world so well as you. It's not that strange.
Strange a thing as I know not. Were it possible for me to say I love nothing so well as I love you. But believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing nor deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, Beatrice, thou lovest me.
Not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that says I love not you.
Then God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest, but I loved you.
Do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart. None is left to protest.
Come, bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
Kill me to deny it farewell.
Very sweet Beatrice.
I am gone, though I am here. There is no love in you. I pray, let me go.
Beatrice!
In faith, I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare be easier friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
How? Is he not approved in the height of villain? That which hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman? Oh, that I were a man. What? Bear her in hand until they come to take hands, and then with public accusation, uncovered slanderers, mitigated rancour. Oh, that I were a man. I would eat his heart in the marketplace.
Hey, Beatrice!
Talk with a man out of window, a proper say.
Nay, but Beatrice...
Sweet hero, she is wronged, she is slandered, she is undone.
Beatrice!
I cannot be a man with wishing, therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
Very sweet Beatrice. Bind this hand. I love thee.
Use it for my love. Some other way than swearing by it.
Think you, in your soul, that Claudio hath wronged hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I am engaged. Go, comfort your cousin. I must say she is dead. And so farewell.
Assembly appeared.
Which be the malefactors?
Mary, that am I. And my partner.
But which are the offenders to be examined? Let them come before, Master Constable.
What is your name, friend?
Borachio.
Pray, write down Borachio. Yours, Sierra.
I am a gentleman, sir, and my name is Conrade.
Pray, write down Master Gentleman Conrade. Masters, it has been proven that you're a little better than false names. How answer you for yourselves?
I say, sir,
Mary, sir, we say we are none.
we are none.
Have you written down that they are not?
Master Constable, you know not the way to examine. You must call forth the watch, which are their accusers.
Let the watch come forth. Masters, I charge you in the prince's name, accuse these men.
This man said, sir, that Don John, the prince's brother, was a villain.
Pray, write down Prince John, a villain.
Master Constable.
Oh, pray thee, fellow with peace. I do not like thy look, I promise thee.
What heard you him say else?
Mary, sir, that he had received a
that it is.
Which else, fellow?
This is all.
Prince John is this morning secretly stolen away. Hero was in this manner accused and this very manner refused, and upon this grief suddenly died. Master Constable, let these men be bound and brought to Leonato.
Come, let them be opinion.
Let them be in the house!
Coxcomb! Good my life. Where's the sexton? Let him write down the prince's officer Coxcomb. Come, bind them. Oh, that naughty part.
Away! You are an ass! You are an ass!
Dost thou not suspect my place? Dost thou not suspect my years? Oh, that he were here to write me down an ass. But masters, remember, though it be not written down, forget not that I am an ass. I am a wise man, and which is more an officer, and which is more a householder, and which is more as pretty a piece of flesh as any in the sea. Come, take them away. Oh, that I am not an ass.
If you go on thus, you will kill yourself.
I pray thee cease thy counsel, for it falls in my ears as profitless as water in a sieve. Bring me a father who so loved his child, and whose joy of her is overwhelmed like mine, and bid him speak of patience. But there is no such a man, or sister and men, who can counsel or speak to that grief which they themselves not feel, but tasting of it. Their counsel turns to passion.
Their end do men from children nothing differ.
I pray thee, peace! I will be flesh and blood, for there is yet a philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently.
Yet, spend no harm upon yourself. Let those that do offend you suffer too.
There, thou speakest reason. Nay, I will do so. My soul tells me that Hero is belied. And the Claudio will know, and the prince will know, and all of them who thus dishonor her.
Here comes the prince and Claudio hastily.
Good den, good den.
Good day to both of you.
Hear you, my lords!
We have some haste, Leonato.
Some haste now? Well, fare you well, my lords. Are you so hasty now? Well, all is one.
Nay, do not quarrel with us, good old man.
If he were to right himself with quarreling, some of us would lie low.
Who wrongs him?
Mary, thou dost wrong me, thou dissembler. Never lay a hand upon thy sword. I fear thee not.
Mary, beshrew my hand if it should give your age such cause of fear. In faith, my hand meant nothing to my sword.
Tush, tush, man. Never fleer and jest at me. I speak not like a dotard nor a fool. I say thou hast belied mine innocent child.
Nay, you speak not right, old man.
My lord, let me prove it on his body, if he dare!
Oh, my, I will not have to do it.
Canst thou doubt me? You killed my child. If you killst me, boy, thou shalt kill a man.
He shall kill two of us, but that's no matter. Let him kill one first. Sir boy, I'll whip you from your pointing fence.
Sister.
Content yourself. God knows I love my niece, but that's no matter. She is dead, slandered to death by villains, scrambling, out-facing, fashion-monging boys who lie and hog and flout, deprave and slander.
Sister Antonia.
Just no matter. Do not you meddle. Let me deal in this.
You friends both, we will not wait your patience. My heart is sorry for your daughter's death, but on my honor, she was charged with nothing but what was true and very full of proof.
My lord, my lord.
I will not hear you.
No. Come, sister. Away.
And shall, or some of us will smart boards.
See, here comes the man we went to seek.
Now, senor, what news?
Good day, my lord.
Welcome, senor. You are almost come to part, almost a fray.
We had like to have had our two noses snapped off by two old folk without teeth.
Shall I speak a word in your ear? You are a villain.
I jest not.
I will make it good how you dare, with what you dare, and when you dare. Do me right, or I will protest your cowardice. You have killed a sweet lady, and her death shall fall heavy on you. Fare you well, boy. You know my mind. My lord, for your many courtesies, I thank you. I must discontinue your company. Your brother, the bastard, hath fled from Messina. You have among you killed a sweet and innocent lady. As for my lord Lackbeard there, he and I shall meet. Until then, peace be with him.
He is in earnest,
And most profound earnest.
and hath challenged thee.
Most sincerely.
Officers, what offense have these men done?
Marry, sir, they have committed false report. Moreover, they have spoken untruths. Secondarily, they are slanders. Sixth and lastly, they have belied the lady. Thirdly, they have verified unjust things. And to conclude, they are lying knaves.
Who have you offended, masters, that you are thus bound to your answer? The learned constable is too cunning to be understood.
I have deceived even your very eyes. What your wisdoms could not discover, these ignorant fools have brought to light. Who in the night overheard you confessing to this man how Don John, your brother, incensed me to slander the lady hero? How you brought out into the orchard and saw me quote Margaret in hero's garments? How you disgraced her when you should marry her? My villainy they have upon record, which I'd rather seal by death than repeat over to my shame. The lady is dead upon minding my master's false accusation.
Runs not this speech like iron through your blood?
I have drunk poison whilst he uttered it.
But did my brother put thee up to this?
Yea, and pays me richly for the practice of it.
He's composed and framed of treachery, and ready is upon the villainy.
Oh, sweet hero.
Come, take away the plaintiffs. By this time, our sexton had informed Signor Leonato of the matter. And masters, do not forget, one time and place shall serve, that I am an ass.
Here comes Master Signor Leonato, and the sexton too.
Is the villain. Let me see his eyes.
If you should know your wrong, look on me.
Are you the slave who with thy breath killed my child?
Yea, even I alone.
Not so, villain. Thou beliest thyself. Here stand two honorable men. The third is fled that had a hand in it. Thank you, princes, for the death of my daughter. Record it with your high and worthy deeds. Oh, 'twas bravely done if you think you of it.
I know not how to pray your patience, yet I must speak. Choose your revenge yourself. Impose me to what penance your invention may lay upon my sin. Yet sinned I not, but in mistaking.
On my soul, nor I.
I cannot bid you bid my daughter live. It were impossible. I pray you both possess the people of Messina here. Possess them good. If thou beliest thyself, if your love can labor in aught in sad invention, hang an epitaph upon her tomb, sing it to her bones, sing it tonight. You will come to my house in the morning. Since you cannot be my son-in-law, but yet my nephew. My sister has a daughter, almost a copy of my dead child. She alone is heir to us both. Give her the right you should have given her cousin, and so dies my revenge.
O noble sir, your overkindness doth wring tears from me. I do embrace your offer, and dispense of henceforth of poor Claudio.
I expect thee in the morning. Tonight I take my leave. This naughty man will come face to face with Margaret, who I believe is packed in all of this wrong.
No, by my soul she was not, nor knew not what she did when I spoke to her, but hath always been just and virtuous in anything I do know her by.
Moreover, sir, which indeed is not under white and black, this plaintiff, the offender, did call me ass, and I pray you remember it in his punishment.
Thank you for thy care and thy honest pains.
Thy worship speaks like a most noble and worthy youth, and I praise God for you.
There's for thy pains.
saved the foundation.
Go, discharge thee of thy prisoner, and I thank thee.
I leave an errant knave with thy worship, which I beseech your worship to correct for the sake of others. God restore you to health. I humbly give you leave to depart, and if a merry meeting may be wished, God prohibit it. Come, neighbor.
Until tomorrow morning, my lords. Farewell.
Farewell, my lords. We look for you tomorrow.
We will not fail.
Tonight I'll mourn with Hero.
I pray thee, sweet Mistress Margaret, deserve well at my hands by helping me to the speech of Beatrice.
Will you then write me a sonnet in praise of my beauty?
In so high a style, Margaret, that no man living shall come over it.
Have no man come over me? Why shall I always keep the low stairs?
Okay. Thy wit is as quick as the greyhound's mouth it catches.
Well then, I will call Beatrice to you.
The God of love that sits above and knows me, how pitiful I deserve. No, I mean in singing, but in loving. Leander, the good swimmer, Troilus, the first employer of panders, and a whole book full of these quondam carpet-mongers whose names yet run smoothly in the even road of a blank verse, why even they were never so truly turned over and over as my poor self in love. Mary, I cannot put it in rhyme. I have tried. I can find no rhyme for lady but baby, an innocent rhyme. For scorn, horn, a hard rhyme. For school, fool, a babbling rhyme. Very ominous endings. No. I was not born under a rhyming planet, nor I cannot woo in festival terms. Sweet Beatrice, dost thou come when I call thee?
Yea, Signor, and depart when you bid me.
Oh, stay but till then.
Then it's spoken. Very well now. Yet, ere I go, let me go with that I came, which is knowing what hath passed between you and Claudio.
Only foul words, and thereupon I will kiss thee.
Foul words are but foul wind, and foul wind is but foul breath, and foul breath is noisome. Therefore I will depart unkissed.
Thou hast frighted the word out of his right sense, so forcible is thy wit. But I must tell thee plainly, Claudio undergoes my challenge, and either I must shortly hear from him, or else I will subscribe him a coward. And I pray thee now, tell me, for which of my bad parts did thou first fall in love with me?
For them all together. For they maintain so politic a state of evil that they would not admit any good part to intermingle. But for now tell me, which of my good parts did you first suffer love for me?
Suffer love. A good epithet. I do suffer love indeed, for I love thee against my will.
Oh, in spite of your heart, I think. Alas, poor heart. Well, if you spite it for my sake, then I will spite it for yours. For I could not love that which my friend hates.
Tell me, how doth your cousin?
Very ill.
And how do you?
Very ill, too.
Serve God, love me, and then. Here comes one of these.
Madam, he must come to your uncle, yonder's old coil at home. It is proved my lady hero hath been falsely
Ah!
accused. The prince and Claudio mightily abused, and Don John, the author of it all, fed and gone.
Ha! Will you come presently?
Signor, will you come hear this news?
I will live in thy heart, die in thy lap, and be buried in thy eyes. And moreover, I will go with thee to thy uncle's.
Done to death by slanderous tongues was the hero that here lies. Death, in guerdon of her wrongs, gives her fame which never dies. So the life that died with shame lives in death with glorious fame. Hang thou there upon the tomb, praising her when I am done. Now unto thy bones, good night. Yearly will I do this right.
Did I not tell you she was innocent?
And so are Claudio and the prince, who upon error you heard debated. Margaret was at some fault for this, although against her will, as it appears.
Well, I am glad all things sort so well.
Well, daughter, you and gentlewomen all, withdraw yourself into chamber by yourselves, and when I send for thee, come hither masked. The Claudio and the prince promised by this hour to visit me. You know your office, sister. Be mother to your brother's daughter, and give her to young Claudio.
I shall, with confirmed countenance.
Friar, I must entreat your pains, I think.
To do what, senor?
To bind me, or undo me, one of them. Signor Leonato, truth it is, good signor. Your niece regards me with an eye of favor.
The sight wherefore you had from me, from Claudio and the prince, what is your will?
Your answer, sir, is enigmatical. But for my will is your will may stand with ours, this day to be conjoined in the state of honorable marriage, in which, good friar, I shall desire your help.
My heart is with your liking.
Huh? Oh!
And my help. Here comes the prince and Claudio.
Good morrow to this fair assembly.
Good morrow, prince, good morrow. Claudio, we here attend you. Are you yet determined to marry my sister's daughter? Sister, bring forth my daughter, your daughter. Here's the friar ready.
Which is the lady I must seize upon?
This is she, and I do give you her.
Then she is mine. Sweet, let me see your face.
No, that you shall not, until you take her hand before this friar and swear to marry her.
Give me your hand. Before this holy friar, I am yours, if you like it.
And when I lived, I was your wife, and when you loved, you were my other husband. One hero died defiled, but I do live, and as I live I am a maid.
Hero that is dead.
She died whilst her slander lived.
Soft and fair, friar, soft and fair. Which is Beatrice? Ah.
I answer to that name. What is your will?
Do not you love me?
Why, no. No more than reason.
Why, then your uncle, the prince, and Claudio were all deceived. They swore you did.
Do not you love me?
Truth, no. No more than reason.
Oh, why, then my cousin Margaret and Ursula are much deceived, for they did swear you dead.
They swore you were almost sick for me.
They swore you were well nigh dead for me.
Tis no such matter, then. So you do not love me.
Truly not, but in friendly recompense.
Come, cousin, you know you love this gentleman.
And I'll be sworn upon that he loves her. For here's
Oh!
a holding sonnets in his own pure brain, fashioned to Beatrice.
And here's another stolen from my cousin's pocket containing pure affection from Benedick.
A miracle! Here is our hands against our hearts. Come, I will have thee, but by this light I take thee for pity.
Oh, well, I will not deny you on this great day, but I yield under great persuasion. And partly to save your life, but ours told you in a consumption.
Peace, peace, I will stop your mouth.
Ahem!
Oh. Oh.
How now, Benedick, the married man?
I tell thee what, Prince, a college of wit-crackers cannot flout me out of my humor. Dost thou think I care for a satire or an epigram? No. Since I do purpose to marry, I will think nothing to any purpose the world can say against it. For what I've said against it. For man is a giddy thing. And this is my conclusion. For thy part, Claudio. I did think to have beaten thee. But since thou art like to beat my kinsman, live unbruised and love my cousin. Come, we are friends. Let's have a dance ere we are married that we may have and our wives' heels.
We will have dancing afterward.
First of my words, therefore play music. Prince, thou art sad. Get your wife.
My lord, your brother John is taken in flight and brought with armed men back to Messina. Light Q57, go!
Think not on him till tomorrow. I'll devise thee brave punishments for him. Strike up, pipers! Yes!
Sigh no more, lady, sigh no more.
Man, what a seaver's end!
evidence I not so, but let them go.